let's set the camera down and set the record straight. So, here's what's going on. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video talking about the guitars that I got that replaced different Gibsons in my collection. But one of the things that came up was people were saying, well, did you get rid of your KM Les Paul? And I'm like, no, I didn't. So then, of course, like, well, I guess you didn't get rid of all your Gibsons, did you? I'm like, I never said I got rid of all my Gibsons. So what I thought I would do is show you guys the guitars that I will never get rid of, and unless there is some kind of like emergency where it's like the last resort, I gotta sell these, then, dude, get them out of here. I'll get rid of all of them. But these are the only guitars that I feel have such strong sentimental attachment or personal meaning to me that I will not get rid of these. I will get rid of everything else before I get rid of these. So this is a definitive video showing all the guitars that I ain't never getting rid of unless I got it. So anyways, let's get it. And if you guys are digging the videos, do me a huge favor, please hit subscribe. Come back and hang out. Yo, keep the vibes positive, or at least as positive as possible. I will never understand somebody who watches a video and is just like, I gotta tell this person how much I hate them. It's baffling to me. So let's play some guitars. Let's just nerd out about stuff. And man, if you got that big old black cloud over your head and you feel the need to be negative, just go somewhere else, man. This ain't the place for you. Come on. Oh, here it is, the Gibson. There it is. So this is, again, just a guitar I wouldn't get rid of. 79 Les Paul Cam. A lot of you say that this is your favorite guitar that I have. And I totally get it, man. I think this is one of the best sounding guitars that I have. It is in desperate need of some work. I'm just waiting till I can line things up with lasers so I can record the process, getting it refretted, fixing some things on it. But I mean, I have played the frets off this thing. You can see it's got big divots in the frets just from me playing it. This thing was extremely mint condition when I first got it. No divots in the frets or anything. So this is all from me just playing it a whole bunch. It's a heavy guitar, but it's real snappy and bright sounding when you're playing it, even with distortion. And I love it. So technically this one is a vintage one, you know, nowadays, but I don't really view it as like a vintage guitar. I'm just like, that's my Les Paul, you know, and it's just, you know, sentimentally I've had this guitar for 12 years, maybe 12, 13, and it's one that I ain't letting go of it. This is definitely my Les Paul. I've played so many Les Pauls over the years, and honestly I prefer the heritage that I have over everything. But I do think this one just has a really unique sound to it, and yeah, I dig it. Here we go. Some of you guys might not have seen this one coming. So a lot of you know what this is, but this is still a guitar that when I use it, a lot of people don't know what guitar this is. This is a Suhr Reb Beach signature guitar. Now, it's not so much, oh, let me change my focus point there. It's not so much that it's a Suhr or the name brand or anything like that. Reb Beach is one of my absolute top favorite. Like for me, it's Eddie Van Halen, it's Jimmy Page, and then it's like all these guys tied for third. It's like Nuno, Reb, Warren DeMartini, you know, those guys. I can't tell you how much I just scoured the internet as a kid, trying to learn everything I could, buying bootleg DVDs off eBay, all that stuff. So this is the one, when Reb was here, he came to town. He was nice enough to come over. I did that big, long interview with him. And he played this guitar for a couple hours. And at the end, he, you know, of course he says it's a good guitar. It's his guitar. But he's like, man, that's a really good one. I'm like, thank you, dude. And then he signed the cavity back there. That way it'll never wear away or anything like that. But sentimentally, I mean, oh my God, to have one of your favorite guitarists of all time come over, play the guitar, sign, I mean, it's never. I'll never get, this guitar is priceless to me. I would probably get rid of, you know, the Strat or something like that before that's just to put it in context, like how much this guitar truly means to me. That is a phenomenal playing guitar. It's an amazing guitar on its own, you know, but the Reb mojo that has been put on it, priceless, never getting rid of it. And yeah, this is truly a special one. It's also the solid Koa version, so they're not, I think they're going to stop making those now in the Palfero necks, but dude, mega guitar. So this is a true prized possession that I have that is definitely on that list of guitars I plan on never getting rid of. This is an actual dream guitar, not, you know, I got my 10th dream guitar in the YouTube realm or something like that. This is an actual dream guitar. I always wanted a 63 Fender Strat. This is a player grade one. It had been refinished when I got it back in 2019 or 2018, so it made it much more attainable and affordable. The pickguard had been replaced. This now has a 64 pickguard on it, and the pots had been replaced. I replaced the pots with 63 stack pull pots. Got rid of the CTS ones that were in there. Got an old 3-way switch in it, and like I said, it's just a guitar I'll never get rid of. I don't really care about the whole vintage thing anymore. I think they're super fascinating. I love trying them when I get to, but it's just not the style of guitar that I play. You know, it's like I want guitars that are, you know, built for speed. Really, what it is, you know, like really playing them and stuff. Not that you can't do that with these, but, you know, I like flatter fretboards. I like lighter strings. I like more ergonomic appointments, like the heels and stuff now. So tastes change, but this is a guitar that I think just sounds phenomenal. It is extremely inspiring to play, and I just plan on never getting rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to show you a guitar, and then I have two honorable mentions that I don't think that I have owned long enough, but I do predict them, you know, eventually becoming, like, forever guitars. But, you know, they need to be here for a while before I do that. I think you have to own a guitar for multiple years, or at least a year, to really know the instrument. So this one I have had for about a year at this point, and you might be a little bit surprised. Maybe some of you aren't, because I have hyped this guitar up like no tomorrow. This is an Ibanez Destroyer 2. So after Gibson threatened to sue Ibanez, they changed their Destroyer design and created the Destroyer 2. Now, another one of my all-time favorite guitars. Like I said, in that third place, there's Nuno, Reb, Warren DeMartini, Paul Gilbert, George. Like it's like I can't pick any of them. Like they're all the same. You know, next to Eddie and Jimmy Page, they are all in this equal third compared to those guys for me. And I was at the Andy Wood Woodshed event last year, and one of the instructors was Paul Gilbert. Now, Paul is one of the guys that made me want to become a teacher. Not only did he inspire me through my playing, but I just liked the way that he taught guitar. And it made me want to. I would teach friends and stuff. I would give them, like, try this legato workout that I made up, whatever it was. And I remember I would write out tabs for everybody. But he was nice enough to sign this here for me. Now, another band which I love, Racer X, with Bruce Boyer and then Paul Gilbert, they had guitars. They were called Ice Destroyers. They never put them into production, but it was basically a Destroyer and an Iceman melded together. And this is just a guitar. I'll never get rid of it, man. Paul, it was nice to talk and hang out with Paul. And I was never really into Paul's signature guitars. The Fireman and then the one with the fake F-holes on it. I think I like them, but they were just never my thing. But this was my thing, man. The guitar on its own could qualify as a lifer, but this thing right here, that signature, dude, never. I ain't never getting rid of it now. Okay, so the next two guitars are going to be the honorable mentions that I have not personally owned them long enough, but they have already had a big impact on me and kind of what I want from guitars moving forward in a lot of ways. So this is one that you guys have recently seen a lot of. It's so light. God, this guitar is so awesome. The Anderson Icon Classic, or Classic Icon. That's the thing. When I get the guitars, I research them, and then after that, I just play the thing. I don't know all the specs and stats. I could not tell you what pickups are in this guitar. But I do know one thing, that this is my favorite guitar to play since the moment I got it. And again, haven't owned it long enough to give it that lifer title yet. Even though, like, instinctually, I'm like, I'm never getting rid of this guitar. But, just hold off. I'm trying to be more choosy whenever I say, like, this is a guitar I'll never get rid of. So once this thing, is a year or so old, it'll fall in that category. But, oh, man, what a guitar. This is amazing. I did a full video on it. You guys can see that if you want to. And then another, I wouldn't use, kind of a dream guitar. It was just one that meant a lot to me, would be this one. And it is ridiculous looking. This is the Charbel Custom Shop Zebra. And it's not so much like, oh, I want a Zebra guitar. Like, that was it. I always wanted a Charbel Custom Shop, but I always heard how long it was of a wait. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to wait 2 years for a guitar. So this one showed up and was perfect, and I got it. And I think that it'll definitely earn its place, down the road as a lifer. But just like the Tom Anderson, I think it needs to stick around a little bit longer, because taste changes. That was one of the comments on that Gibson video, is like, he'll get rid of those guitars and in a week and move on to something else. And a couple of the guitars that I showed you here were the guitars that I got that replaced some of the Gibsons and stuff like that. So this is it. These are, at this moment, the definitive ones that I will never get rid of. Not these. These are earning their place with that title. But that's going to be it, guys. I'd be curious to know if you have some guitars that you will never get rid of. Because, you know what? I've gotten rid of a lot of guitars over the years. And people are always like, don't get rid of it, you'll regret it. I don't regret getting rid of a single guitar I've ever gotten rid of. There are guitars I wish I could have back, but I had to get rid of them just because of circumstances, you needing money as a kid, just had a kid, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I don't ever regret getting rid of them. I would love to get my old Strat and my old Ibanez RGA back. But you know what? At the end of the day, hopefully they're somewhere and getting played. So other than that, homies, I will see you all later. And let me know your lifers down below. And I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.